In a small village nestled in the mountains, there lived a young monk named Jia. He was diligent in his practice and spent most of his time studying the teachings of the Buddha. One day, Jia was walking through the village when he overheard a group of villagers discussing the new Zen master who had arrived in town. They spoke in awe of his wisdom and the stories he told, and Jia felt a strong desire to meet this master. Jia soon found the Zen master and asked him to teach him everything he knew about Zen. The master looked at Jia and said, "You seek the finger pointing to the moon, but you do not see the moon itself. Come with me." The master took Jia to a small pond and asked him to look at the reflection of the moon on the water. "What do you see?" the master asked. "I see the reflection of the moon," Jia replied. "But where is the moon?" the master asked. "It is in the sky," Jia said. "Exactly," the master replied. "The finger pointing to the moon is not the moon itself. Do not mistake the finger for the moon." Jia was confused by the master's words, but he continued to practice diligently, hoping to one day understand the true meaning of the master's teachings. Years went by, and Jia became a respected monk in the village. One day, the Zen master returned to the village and asked to speak to Jia. The two sat down together, and the master said, "I have come to test your understanding of Zen. Tell me, what is the finger pointing to the moon?" Jia thought for a moment and then said, "The finger pointing to the moon is a teaching tool, a way to guide others towards enlightenment. But it is not enlightenment itself. The moon represents the truth, and it can only be seen through direct experience." The Zen master nodded his head in approval. "Very good," he said. "You have understood the true nature of Zen. The finger pointing to the moon is only a means to an end, not the end itself. You have learned well, my young disciple." Jia felt a sense of accomplishment and gratitude towards his master. He realized that he had spent years trying to understand the finger pointing to the moon, but it was only through his own direct experience that he had come to truly see the moon itself. From that day forward, Jia continued to practice diligently, seeking to deepen his understanding of the truth. He understood that the finger pointing to the moon was only a guide, and that the true path to enlightenment could only be found through his own direct experience. The lesson learned from this story is that true understanding and enlightenment can only be achieved through direct experience and personal practice. The finger pointing to the moon is a metaphor for spiritual teachings or guidance, but it is not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to experience the truth directly, and this can only be accomplished through personal effort and experience. It is important not to mistake the teachings or guidance for the ultimate goal, but rather to use them as tools to help us on our journey towards enlightenment. Thank you for watching. May you have peace and prosperity, and may all your wishes come true.